You are now listening to Krossfire with Shan and Junsen.
That's why some people adopt. If they can't have kids, they adopt. Why is that? What's that drive to adopt a kid?
I don't know, it's just to pass down the legacy.
Yeah.
I did had that thought also, actually. I would like to adopt a foreign kid and give him a Chinese name. Just to screw with people's mind. You go see
So like
African
That's very
kid.
Angelina Jolie of you.
You see, no, it's very common to have a Western sounding name, but just imagine an African kid with a Chinese name walking around in school.
Have you thought of the Chinese name to give the African child?
Bruce Leroy.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah, so the thing, that's what I had in mind. I mean, if you're too old to have a kid, then adopt.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But would that make a difference though?
No. It really depends on the family, actually. Like some, they want, like most Asian family, I would say, they want...
Biological children?
Yes, and they
Yeah.
want
I don't
the
think it's
son,
Asian.
and
I think
carry,
everybody wants their
yeah,
own
to
kid.
carry on the legacy.
Because
the
it
Not
looks like
necessarily
it looks
though.
like you, talks like you,
But it's not you.
it walks like you.
I mean, I think if you adopt a child at a really young age, that child will end up having characteristics of the adoptive parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's undoubted.
Mm.
So I think either way, you're going to have a mini you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, but the concern about adoption as well is a lot of kids who are adopted. At some point, you're going to have to tell them, look, you know, you're adopted, and they have this need to seek out their biological.
Not
parents.
all.
A lot of them.
A lot of
I
them,
think
yeah, but
a
not all.
significant number have that. And with any parent who adopts kids, I'm sure one of the fears is that you know, he brought this kid up, and now he's going to run away and leave us and go back to his biological family.
I don't think it's necessary to actually tell the kid that is adopted.
That's
That
your-
is just an option.
You're lying to your kid, isn't it?
Not
No,
necessarily.
you're not lying. You're just not telling him
No,
the whole.
because
Yeah.
I'm sure
You're still the dad. You
Yeah.
do the day-to-day.
I'm sure the truth will get out eventually.
If he looks very different from you,
Yeah.
I think he'll figure it. He or
And
she.
like,
I
I
mean,
used to
yeah,
joke-
of course, if Junsern is going to adopt an African kid, you're obviously
Yeah.
going to stand
Be like-
out.
Say,
Yeah.
look,
But
it's the same
He just
word.
he had an affair with a very good-looking black chick.
Naomi Campbell.
Yeah. You know, I used to make fun that Giri was adopted all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my
every-
God.
Every brother did that
Every
to the other
single
brother.
time.
Yeah.
And that still stings, by the way.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
cuts
it still
deep.
stings.
Cuts really deep.
I came out with a story because like Giri doesn't really look like my mom and dad as much. I look a lot like my dad. So like I remember once I came out with a story like how Giri actually what happened was like they really wanted a second child, but they couldn't have one. And they found you in a rubbish bin.
Holy shit! I said the same thing that Dinesh.
Among Indians, that's a common story,
That's a
man.
common story.
I found you in the
one
garbage
nonsense
bin.
thing I told him was, you go check your birth certificate. It says Anna Angkat on it. And he kept looking. I want to see the city. Then he was looking at the whole thing. I don't see it anywhere. I was like,
It's nice to know it's a common
yeah,
story.
it's a common story. Everybody, especially the two brothers, are like one after the other.
Yeah,
they always
yeah.
do to the second one. Yeah.
But I think adoption is actually a very noble thing.
Yeah, no, of course.
I agree.
Because, like,
It's beyond noble.
yeah, I mean, there's some people who, you know, they throw their kids away or they can't afford to have the kids, so they actually put it up for adoption. And for someone to come in and change the kid's life, because I did a lot of charity services at the orphanages, and sometimes when you look at them, you feel really bad.
Yeah.
You go like, I have everything, and they have nothing. And that thought itself, I told myself, I said, if I have the cash, why not? At least they have someone to look up to. Because actually, I know a person which is an orphan. When it's like very weird when you sit down and talk to him about parents. It's like my mom was this. Then you can see his look.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have that. How am I gonna join in? So it kind of like it's a really awkward situation. So,
But there's also, if you look at it this way, a lot of people don't want to waste time when they adopt looking after someone that is not their own.
Yeah, like when Vince Vaughn said in True Detective Season 2, I don't want to take on someone else's horror.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not mine, so they
It's
don't
not
wanna
mine,
waste
yeah.
time.
I only want my kid.
yeah, I think there's some families that does that also.
And,
Hence,
yeah.
hence that's why you see like the adopted one is always being sidelined.
Yeah, you hear only fairy tales of like Cinderella and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, glass shoe, whoop your ass with a glass shoe.
What about those families that the mom would have had a kid,
Yeah.
but she's not married. Then she
Mhm.
meets someone, and then they get married, and then they have another kid.
Mm.
So the first kid is not the dad's. I have seen it before with my friends. You can see that kid that is not the biological kid. He's left out, man. He or she.
Mhm,
They're usually
mhm.
left out, and the new one that just came, that actually is both. They will get the attention from the boy and the girl, the father and the mother.
In
real
that
father
case,
lah.
Yeah,
the
the real
step-parent, the step-parent should really not play favorites, because the step-parent, I know, is like your own kids, but they should really rise up and say, like, look, I want to treat them all equal.
Yeah, and the truth is that doesn't happen all the time.
No, because
Yeah,
most
it's
people,
tough.
I keep saying on this show, humans are severely unevolved. They just go by their feelings, and sometimes they don't think about the higher morality of things or what their behavior affects other people. So, if you're really a pariah fellow or a lowly thinking fella, then you're probably going to treat your kids better than the other kid, because the other kid's not mine.
Yeah,
As animal instincts, like when a lion gets chased out of the pride and the new lion takes over, the lion first thing it does is kill all the cubs. Yeah. It's in our DNA to do that, but to be a more evolved species, we should rise up.
It's the leftover monkey shit.
Leftover monkey shit, as Joe Rogan says.
Yep.
Joe Rogan.
That's his quote.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it all depends on the individual at the end of the day. It depends on the adoptive parents
Yep.
Yep.
or the foster parents or the step parents or whatever it is. It is their perspective of whether am I going to treat this child equally, or am I going to keep it segregated. I shouldn't say it, but keep the child segregated. And, treat it differently just because it's not biologically theirs. But at the end of the day, I feel that being a parent is more than just DNA.
Yeah.
It's the day-to-day, it's the taking care, it's the caring, it's the emotion, it's the love that goes into parentage. That is of more because there's a lot of people that have kids, biological kids, and just not give a crap about them.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, it depends on the person.
It seemed like a good
On the
idea at the
Karen.
time.
At
That
the
was
end
a
of the day,
mistake.
exactly,
The condom broke.
exactly.
I forgot Jimmy.
Yeah. No, but going back to what you said, like even if there were different kids from step parents and biological parents, even if both the kids were from the same biological parents, like as all parents will say, "Oh, I love all my kids equally." That's
There's
Mhm.
always a
Bullshit.
favorite.
That's bullshit lah.
there will
Yeah, it's always a
there's
favorite.
I don't-
always a
yeah.
favorite.
There's always a
Like
favorite.
in our family, Giri's the favorite.
Of
Ah,
course not.
of
Of course
yeah.
not.
You know, I was just the kid that was left at the side to fend for himself.
Don't believe this
Cast
deceitful
aside,
person.
Crying every night.
Forsaken.
crying every night,
lot of
like,
resentment there.
wanting like love from the family.
To be honest, I think if you're two brothers growing up, any two brothers,
Yeah.
both will say the other one is the favorite.
Yep.
It is inevitable.
But actually,
This is the inevitable
but actually,
conversation.
when you say it, you can look in your parents' face and know who's the favorite.
Hari's the favorite.
Yeah, dog. I think.
I have no doubt.
But there's also problems with being the favorite. You're also more scrutinized than the other one. The other one gets more freedom. So both got advantage and disadvantage.
Mm. Hari has the freedom of being in a totally different country.
Yeah.
So not am I only the least favorite, I'm also the one that's around all the time.
But you have the option of being in a different state
No,
of
but
mind.
it's because I was the least favorite that was thrown out to a different country.
One
They're
together.
like, get the hell out of here.
All right, let's
We
not
can't
talk about
stand the sight of you.
Yeah.
let's not talk about favorites.
Can't stand the
anymore.
sight of you. Get out. We want to keep our favorites unclose.
So, adoptive kids, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
50-50.
Actually, it depends. Like I said, on the person adopting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It boils down to that.
I say 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Huh?
Why?
Standing on the fence.
I just said Vince
got you
Vaughn,
back.
True Detective Season 2. I just keep it at that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Listen to the earlier part of the show to get the answer.
All right, there you have it.
we haven't heard Lohesh.
Lohesh?
Yeah, Lohesh, yeah. Yes or no?
Can. I think you can adopt. Okay, very noble. It's a fantastic thing if you can do it.
If you can do
If
it,
you can do
yes.
it,
I think that's the
You
big.
can
I would be
do
up
word
for
there.
it.
Hi, this is Junsern.
And this is Prashant.
Tune in to our show where we throw everything on the table.
What do you mean, everything?
Everything!
Okay.
Krossfire on Durian ASEAN.
Every Friday at 6 p.m.